Welcome to High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Production. Now, here's tonight's game.
Hello and welcome to Friday Night Football. We're at Rip Hughes Stadium tonight at Knowledge Field. Hi, I'm Mick Kirkland along with Keith Martin. And Keith, it's good to have you back in the booth tonight.
Yeah, after a week of being on the sideline and jabbing around, it's good to be here.
Okay, this is a big rivalry here. This game between Enterprise and Dothan High has been going on. This is probably one of the longest rivalries in the state of Alabama. I was looking in the newspaper today, and they were saying that out of all the games, Enterprise has won 39 games and Dothan 38, and they have tied 3 times. So regardless of the record, Enterprise coming here winning just 2 games so far this year, and Dothan is sporting a 4-3 record, and it should be a good game. I expect it to be a good matchup.
It should. Enterprise comes in, pretty rich in tradition, stepping up to 6A, having a little bit of struggles this year. Coach Collins and the old coaching hot seat, and I think his hot seat's boiling over, especially depending on this game tonight with, Coach White and the Dothan Tigers, who's coming off a pretty disappointing performance down in Mobile last week at Blunt. Just kind of got outplayed, on an individual basis. But Dothan Tigers back home tonight. They can go ahead and pretty much solidify a playoff appearance if they win tonight. They need to win one of the next 3 games between Enterprise, Northview, and Wetumpka. Win one of those 3, and they secure, the number 4 slot and a dance with Daphne in the first round of the playoffs.
So that's a tough one either way you look at it.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a tango. It's not going to be a waltz, that's for sure.
So Dothan will be receiving the ball. Enterprise will be kicking off. Dothan comes in this game with a 4-3 record, and Enterprise comes in with a 2-5 record. Now the thing is, Dothan has lost their last 2 games.
They have, and it was not a very good performance against Opelika. I still believe we were the better football team in that sense. Blunt, according to several of the coaches, just had too many athletes, and, we just got outplayed.
Ball is taken by Dothan as number 2 for the Tigers, Milton.
Well, I have to say I've seen the biggest field goal kicker in the since we've been doing Friday Night Football with you for Enterprise.
Yeah, so Dothan will be starting on the 30-yard line, on their own 30-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Key players for the Dothan Tigers, you can look out for number 7, Bernard McGee, an excellent receiver, number 29, Peterson, and the quarterback, Thomas. They all are really good football players. They hand the ball off to Peterson. He goes up the middle, takes it across the 35 down to about the 36-yard line, a gain of 6 on 1st down.
I tell you what, man, I'm already liking what I'm seeing so far. When Dothan struggles is when they try to get pretty. They're lining up in the I formation, pro set, and running a football, bam, 6 yards on the first play right up the middle. Dothan's bigger. They're more athletic than the in the front 5 than Enterprise is, so we need to keep going right at them. And
they give it to Peterson, and he's hit. And he may have picked up a yard on that play. So it brings up 3rd and about 3 for the Tigers.
Well, 54 there for Dothan, kind of whipped a little bit on his tackle, Griggs, which freed up the linebacker right there to make a hit. But I tell you, just man for man right there, running your traps and your misdirections and everything, Dothan's going to win that matchup more times than not. And then you got McGee down here on man coverage because they're already walking the safeties up. When they walk the safeties up, you got a shot. You got man coverage over here on number 21, so we can run a little play action.
You give it to Peterson, and he's going to be stopped short of the 1st down. So it looks like Dothan's going to go 3 and out. He takes the ball out to about the 38-yard line.
Go for it. I say go for it right here. You're close to midfield.
So it brings up a 4th and 2 for the Tigers.
Nope, Kelvis going to punt it.
And they decide to punt. There was a thought. They thought about it, maybe going for it on 4th and short, but they decided to punt the ball back deep. To kicking for the Tigers is Bernard McGee, and he does a little of everything for this Tiger team.
He does, and he's finally starting to get a few looks from other colleges and so forth. Well deserved. Bernard doesn't want to travel. I'm sorry, Adrian doesn't. Is it Bernard? It's Bernard, right? Bernard McGee. I don't think he wants to go off too far to college, but he's getting looked at by a couple of schools.
So it brings up a 1st and 10 for the Enterprise Wildcats. They'll be starting at their own 27-yard line.
Well, Northview is going to come out and they're going to spread the field and they're going to do the old Florida offense, which if you contain this and you force, go straight ahead with your front four and your linebackers, it shouldn't be, that hard to stop. It's very predictable the way they run it.
Rhett Harrison, the quarterback, he and Curry are the two big players for the Enterprise team. Harrison is knocking on 3,000 yards for his career at Enterprise and passing, and Curry is knocking on 3,000 yards and rushing for the Wildcats of Enterprise. So both of them are very talented players.
Right. Well, you can see Dothan's basically playing, a cover 3, spread out, playing man on the outside with a safety up top. Basically, they're saying we're daring you to throw it. Go ahead and throw it deep. But, they must do a lot of dinking and dunking.
They hand it off to Curry, and he's hit hard after a short game.
And you can see the defensive strategy here by Dothan. Dothan's basically trying to contain, everything, keep it inside the numbers or inside the tackles. They're going to make Harrelson throw it downfield. They don't think he can beat them throwing the ball down the field.
So it brings up 3rd and about 5.
Up, legal snap.
And we have a whistle.
The center tried to catch Dothan in the neutral zone, snapped it a little early, but I believe it's going to be on Enterprise.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense.
They got him.
5-yard penalty.
Ooh. Wow.
So it'll still be 3rd down. It shouldn't be enough for, it's enough for a 1st down.
Yep. I don't know about that call. I didn't see the encroachment. He had to be just lined up in the neutral zone. I didn't see really anybody jump. But, like I said, the center, did an early snap as soon as he got in the neutral zone, I reckon.
So Enterprise will keep the drive alive. The ball out at the 38-yard line. They get the 1st down after the Dothan encroachment penalty. Harrison hands it off to Curry. He cuts back to the inside, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of about 1.
You're seeing Dothan executing real well right now with the defensive game plan. Basically, 88 and Franklin 80 on the end. They're containing and pushing everything back to the middle. They're not letting that little scat back break containment. So now here, Harrelson sees he's not going to run it. He's going to throw it right here. But it's going to be a dink. It's going to be a dink. Good coverage. And he just throws it away.
Throws it away, so it'll bring up 3rd down.
But see, Enterprise doesn't have a lot of big-time speed on the outside. Dothan feels they can, press them with man coverage with Martin, McGee, and Melton. And then you got Flowers up top with his speed, kind of playing free safety back there. So they're going to force Enterprise to try to force it downfield, hopefully win the turnover battle.
So it's 3rd and 9 for the Wildcats. Harrison goes deep, and he overthrows his receiver. It's incomplete. It was intended for number 84 of Enterprise. That's Clark Quisenberry.
And you see 3 black jerseys around it. So that's what Dothan wants to do. They want to, stop the run, keep everything within the tackles, and make Harrelson beat them outside. And they just feel if they do that, that's going to be, and it looks like it's going to be, a pretty good success for the night.
So Enterprise gets a 1st down, but the drive stalls. We have a flag, and I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see what the call is.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So Enterprise is called for a false start, so it will move them back 5 yards, and they will punt it. Back deep for the Tigers is number 2, Gabriel Melton.
Cameron Milton. Is it Gabriel? Which one is it?
It's, the roster says Gabriel. Melton takes the ball, and he cuts it outside, and he goes across the 50 down to about the 45-yard line. So a good return by Melton. Cameron Melton. Well, two different rosters.
I'm guessing his name is Cameron Gabriel Melton.
Okay, well, everybody knew him as Cameron.
Yeah,
that's what we've been calling him.
That's what threw me off. I was like, who's Gabriel Melton?
Okay, so Dothan will be starting in Enterprise territory at the Enterprise 47-yard line. Thomas takes the snap, and he finds McGee, and they're going to call it incomplete. The ball hit the ground. It was just a little short.
Here we go again.
So it brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Tigers of Dothan. We're down to 7 minutes, 26 seconds left in the first. No score. The Dothan Tigers hosting the Enterprise Wildcats.
We're going to run a little trap play here to the right.
Thomas. Nope. He finds Kirkland, who drops the ball. It's incomplete. That time Kirkland was running before he caught it.
Yeah, but it's hard to get in a rhythm when you go for 2 different style offenses just jumping around. I mean, you've got to get something established. If you're going to establish a running game, you've got to establish it. You got to pound it. You've got to get a little bit of rhythm. You got to let your quarterback get in a rhythm. If you're going to run the spread, you got to run the spread. You got to let him get the receivers get in rhythm. Run some play action. Do what you got to do instead of forcing it. You know, so you've seen there. You know, the first throw was a 30-yard pass that was incomplete. That was 30 yards across the field. So you know, Thomas Didi's got to just calm down, get in a little bit of rhythm here.
3rd and 10 for the Tigers. They get the ball out to number 10, who breaks a tackle, and he goes to the outside, and he can take it all the way. That's Irvin Stratton, takes it all the way. He takes it in from 47 yards out.
Another one of them names, Fontaine Stratton.
Yes. Well, we'll just call it by last name.
Yeah, Stratton.
Okay, so Stratton takes it in from 47 yards out.
Oh, yeah. Stratton, you know, there's no doubt his speed and heart. You know, he was playing injured a couple of weeks ago and everything. And like I said, that was just no more than basically an extended run play because up front we're bigger, stronger than they are, more athletic. So we need to just basically focus on that. And, you know, one thing, the normal kicker, Luis Pimento, is out tonight. He broke his leg, I believe, playing in a pickup soccer match. So.
And the extra point is good. That was Timothy Griswold with the extra point. So Dothan goes on top 7-0 with 7:12 left in the first. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So Dothan scores on a big run by Stratton from 47 yards out, Keith. That was a good effort by Stratton. He cut back to the outside, he faked inside and went back to the outside, and he was able to get around the corner and turn on the afterburners.
Well, just in the early stages of this game, and this definitely doesn't say much about the outcome of the game, but for the most part, you can see Dothan's athleticism just trumping Enterprise right now. I mean, skill players are a little bit faster, a little bit bigger than Enterprise right now. So things looking well for the Dothan Tigers here in the first quarter.
So the ball goes out of bounds, so it will be spotted at the 35.
Is it 40?
35 or 40, I'm not sure. For college and high school, all of them, it's a little different.
Yeah.
So the 35. So,
yeah, okay.
So Enterprise will be starting on their own 35-yard line. And one thing that was good for Dothan, they had excellent starting field position.
Right. And like I said, the defense definitely has a great game plan for this little spread option. And talking with Kevin Jackson and Coach Jackson and before the game, they basically felt their athleticism, they could match up man-on-man with Enterprise, and they're just going to force them to throw it.
Pass complete over to number 35 for Enterprise, and he moves it out across the 40 to about the 42. That was completed to A.J. Warren.
Well,
so it brings up second and about 4.
Martin gave way too much cushion, and when you give that much cushion, you can't backpedal that far. He gave basically 15 yards off of the ball.
That time, Harrison tried to keep it, and he managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And number 55 right there, Brennan McKissick, did a great job of containing, drawing it in, and making a play. So, also, like I said, Franklin and LeGrand on the ends are doing a very good job of containment so far tonight. We got a little wildcat action going here, so I'd send the house. This kid ain't going to throw the ball.
Curry takes it, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage. Good.
Well, LeGrand did a great job reading there. They left him unblocked, and he saw once he was going north and south, he came straight down the line of scrimmage and made the initial hit. So good job again by 88 LeGrand.
So Enterprise will have to punt.
And in a situation like this, Enterprise's back's up against the wall. Be prepared for the fake. And I believe that's what they're yelling out there right now. Coach Atkinson's yelling it.
Punt, and it goes straight up in the air, and it's going to go out of bounds, probably about midfield.
I think we just had about a 7-yard punt. No, 4 yards. That is a 4-yard punt.
Wow. So they're going to spot the ball dead at the 47-yard line. That's where Dothan started their last time at the Enterprise 47-yard line.
That was a 4-yard punt. Did I mention that?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I was just checking.
Yeah, he shanked
and that was the quarterback who was also the punter.
I tell you what, Harrison's a great basketball player.
He's not much of a punter, but he's a great basketball player. I tell you
what, he will shoot the lights off. His direct snap to Kirkland, and he gets to the outside, cuts back to the middle, and he takes it down to the 30 for a Dothan first down.
And you can see right there what I was talking about earlier about how Dothan's skill positions are a step faster than Enterprise. And look how more athletic our front 5 is compared to their front 4. We're trapping them. We're doing what we need to do. We just don't need to get pretty and turn the ball over.
So it brings up a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. The ball at the 32-yard line. Stratton in the backfield with Thomas. Thomas hands it off. He keeps it, and he cuts it outside, and he's got some running room. He dodges a player, and he's going to be called down at about the 15-yard line. A great athletic performance that time by Thomas.
It was. I mean, DD saw that was just a simple read option. Basically, what you're reading is the defensive end. The defensive end committed to the guy, the running back, and as soon as he took that running back, DD pulled and went around the end, and there was nobody left there to contain. So good read there by DD.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. The ball at the 16-yard line. Thomas in the shotgun. And he goes for Kirkland, and it's incomplete.
It was open again. DD wishes he had that one back, I can promise you. And like I said, I mean, we got to run the ball. But, also if you're going to throw it, the quarterback's got to get in a little bit of a rhythm. But, hey, that happens.
So it brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Tigers of Dothan. They're leading 7-0. We have 4 minutes, 37 seconds left in the first quarter. The Tigers and the Enterprise Wildcats. Thomas keeps it. And he cuts back to the middle and gets inside the 10. He's still on his feet down to about the 8-yard line.
That was a good job of staying with the blocks right there by number 70, Big Claude Brown. Big Claude Brown got beat on the outside, but he didn't quit. So when DD broke, looked like he was being contained, Claude came back to his man sealed him. Didi cut right up under Claude, and, we got a 3rd and 1 here.
They direct snap it to Peterson. He goes up the middle, and he takes it inside the 5, down to about the 3. Enough for another Tiger first down.
Well, that's that goal line package with Franklin. I mean, you got a lot of two-way players out there right now. You got Big Claude out there. You've got Peterson out there. You've got McGee. You've got Franklin. You've got a lot of guys going both ways right now. And you just got this is the big package. They're going right behind them.
Peterson in the backfield. He takes a direct snap again. He cuts to the outside, and he's going to be taken down at about the 1.
If Peterson would have just followed his line right up the middle on that one, they pushed Enterprise back in the end zone. It would have been an easy score. He's just a little bit of a misread, but I tell you what, Peterson goes both ways and gets a little tired. But I tell you what, when he runs the ball, when he's fresh, he's a load.
That was smart on the stop for Enterprise.
We're looking about 2nd and 2 right here, and like I said, they're just going to pound it.
He picks the ball up and it goes out of bounds. So a loss of yards on that play. The ball back to about the 7-yard line.
Well, I mean, you can look right here. D.D. Thomas was out of the game. He was over here in the offensive getting some water. They wasn't going to bring that. That was their goal line package. That was they were going to run it. Again, why not get in the eye and just go that route and quit, get your quarterback. It gives you a couple of options. You also have the play action, the bootleg. Right now, they pretty much know where they're going. So
it brings up a 3rd and goal for the Tigers. The ball at the 7. They have moved the ball inside the 2.
There it
Thomas
is.
goes.
There he's open. He's running.
He goes.
Oh, yeah, you got to go right now. He
goes into the end zone from 7 yards out.
I tell you what, though, if Didi would have came off, he had number 15, Sherman Hill. As soon as he stuck his hand in his belly and rolled out a little bit, the linebacker froze. Sherman Hill came wide open across the middle. But, hey, great individual effort there by D.D. Thomas.
A 7-yard run by Thomas for the touchdown. And that comes with 3:10 left in the first quarter. So Dothan has put up 13 points, and they add another point with the extra point. So Dothan goes ahead 14-0. And one common denominator in 2 Dothan scoring drives, they started in excellent starting field position, the 47-yard line both times, and they were able to take it into the end zone.
Well, I mean, you can look at the Dothan sideline and then look over there at the Enterprise sideline. They're like deers in a headlight right now, or deer in a headlight. I don't know, it's not plural, but they don't know how to react right now, and they're kind of on their heels. So, Dothan needs to come out here and get another 3 and out. Go ahead and put a little bit more points on the board, and go ahead and put this one away early tonight. I mean, because physically, this is the challenge right here for any defensive and offensive teams. When you've got a team on the ropes, don't let them come back.
You're right.
That's because you're kind of feeling good about yourself and all of that. So this is where you learn the most. You learn how good you are, how disciplined you are, and you really learn who the leaders of the team are.
My philosophy is you keep the pressure on. You keep being aggressive. You keep attacking. Right. And that's what you have to do.
Right, and it's not running up the score. I mean, you're going to start eventually in the second half, swap if it gets to be a blowout, swapping some kids out. But right now, you've got to let them play, and you've got to let them play like they're down 10 points instead of up 14 points. And that's got to be the mentality they've got. They've got to learn from this. This is any time that you're in a battle with a regional opponent, you never know what might happen. They could get a pick six. We could fumble the ball. We could turn the ball over.
Well, we fumbled down there, but we were able to pick it up.
Lack of focus. You got to stay focused. Put the game away early, because there's been a lot of games, college and pro included, that teams have blew them out in the first quarter, but then kind of set back on their heels and get beat.
So Enterprise will be starting at their own 20. Harrison hands the ball off to number 35, who's hit hard after a short gain. That's A.J. Warren on the carry. He gains about 2.
And McGee on the stop.
You know, we haven't seen McGee touch the ball offensively tonight so far for the
No,
Tigers.
they've thrown the ball to him one time, and that was the first throw that Dede made that short hopped him. But, you know, there's no doubt McGee's a playmaker.
2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Harrison drops back. He looks. He's got a lot of time. And a couple of flags are flying.
Yeah, you're going to have defensive holding right there. It's either going to be on Melton or Hunter Smith. I don't see who it was, but man, you can't touch that guy after 5 yards, and they had him for about 10.
Okay, we'll listen to the official, the referee, make the call.
Holding on the defense. 10-yard penalty results in a first down.
So it's an automatic first down for the Enterprise Wildcats. Well, it's enough for a first down, so it will move the ball out to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the opening quarter. The Tigers of Dothan leading 14-0. They hand the ball off to Curry, and he cuts to the inside and gets it up near the 40-yard line to about the 38.
Well, I mean, you know, right there, you know, they did a little bit of a seal block right there with the guard and the center, and a little bit of X blocking on the outside, kind of zone blocking. And, you know, Curry just hit a crease and, you know, got about 4 or 5 yards right there on the first down carry.
Brings up 2nd and 5, and we have a flag, and we'll see what the call is that time.
I believe we're going to have a legal procedure against the offense on this one.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Okay, false start call against Enterprise, so that would negate the 5 yards picked up on the first down. So it will be 2nd and 10. Harrelson. He looks, and it's complete over to Curry, but nothing there. That was Peterson on the stop. So a gain of about a yard. So it brings up 3rd and 9. .126 left in the first quarter. Dothan on top 14-0 over the Enterprise Wildcats.
I think we'll be able to bring the house right here. You look, you jam it and you blitz it. And
Harrison looks. And it was intended for Warren, and he drops it. So it brings up a 4th down for the Wildcats. He would have been close to a first down if he had caught it and could have possibly gotten the first down.
All right. Harrelson is going off the field. Let's see who the new punter is.
Looks like number 84.
Can't tell.
84 is Quisenberry.
Timeout, Dothan.
So Dothan wants a timeout. With 1:09 left in the first, the score is Dothan 14, Enterprise nothing. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. For the Tigers is Melton. Quisenberry to punt. He gets off a much better punt than the previous one. Melton calls for a fair catch, and I tell you that the Enterprise defender didn't give him much room to catch that ball.
No, he didn't, but as long as he don't make contact, that's all that really matters.
So Dothan will be starting on their own 30-yard line with just over a minute left in the first.
I mean, you know, go ahead and take your shot right here. You got man coverage over here. Safety toward the middle of the field. Yeah, go ahead and take you a shot down here.
Thomas, he rolls.
He's open.
He goes deep.
Overthrew it.
Oh, it was intended for Egerton.
And I think Eggleton kind of slowed down a little bit when, I guess he didn't think Didi could throw it that far, but he slowed down and then he had to pick it back up, and that might have been the difference. But Didi could have put a little bit of more air under that ball, but I tell you what, they ain't no doubt he can throw it.
So it brings up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers, the ball at the 30-yard line. Stratton in the backfield with Thomas. Kirkland in motion. And Thomas keeps it, cuts back to the inside, and he picks up another Dothan first down. He moves the ball out to about the 41-yard line.
Definitely another good read. I mean, the defensive end right there, number 92, collapsed down. Once he collapsed down, took the run, there was nobody out here to contain Didi.
So it will be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Where's McGee? I mean,
He's been quiet tonight, but he won't be quiet for long. Thomas keeps it. He cuts back to the middle, and he moves the ball out near the 45 before being taken down by the Wildcats of Enterprise. And on the tackle is number 92, Caleb Butler. So it brings up 3rd and about 7.
Second.
2nd and 7.
Okay, go ahead and run a play. You going to let the clock run out? I guess they're just going to let the clock run out. And that's the
So we're at the end of 1, and the score is Dothan 14, Enterprise nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter of action after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Hello and welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium. We're at Knowledge Field tonight as the Dothan Tigers host Enterprise Wildcats. I am Mick Kirkland along with Keith Martin. And Keith, that first quarter was all Dothan.
It was. I mean, and like I said, and Dothan's got the ball, about midfield here driving again. So, that's.
Thomas cut to the middle. He's got some running room. He goes back across, and he's going to take it down to the 30.
And that's 3 rushes in a row for Didi. They're going to start keying on him a little bit here. So, might run a little bit of play action, or get Stratton the ball, a little dump off like we scored on last time, because they're going to be keying on Didi.
That was a gain of 29.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a screen right here to McGee. He's in the slot now instead of out split.
Thomas. Stratton in the backfield. McGee and Egerton. They give it to Stratton. No, Thomas keeps it, and he gets it inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. A gain of about 20.
I mean, that's the 4th time in a row. I mean, I would definitely put somebody with his eyes on Didi because, he's every time he makes that read, that hole's up wide open.
He's picked up about 50 yards on 2 plays. So Enterprise wants a timeout. So with 11:21 left in the first half, the Tigers of Dothan are leading 14-0 and threatening the Enterprise Wildcats with another score. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So it's 1st and goal at the 10. Thomas has taken the ball almost 50 yards on this drive. Thomas gives it to Stratton. Stratton goes up the middle, not much there. He gets it to about the 9-yard line, a gain of about a yard.
I think Didi was just going to share the wealth there on that one because it opened up for him again. You see him, he kind of shook his head like, man, that was 6. he knew it. He just was kind of sharing the love a little bit with Stratton.
So it brings up 2nd and goal for the Tigers.
And Stratton's a senior too, so you got Stratton a senior, Peterson a senior, McGee a senior off of this offense.
Thomas, he keeps it.
Oh.
And he's going to be stopped. He probably lose about a half yard, a foot or two.
And one of the downfalls of the spread offense is when you get inside the 20, real estate gets smaller and it don't do that much good. I mean, you look how much trouble Oregon has scoring inside the 20. Look at last year. Dothan had the worst scoring percentage inside the 20 in 6A football. It's just hard to score like that when you spread out like this down here.
So it brings up 3rd and goal for the Tigers. He goes, oh, he was trying to hit McGee that time, and it's incomplete. So it brings up a 4th down. They were a little out of sync that time.
Again, I mean, like I said, that spread offense is hard to score. I mean, you look at how many college teams have trouble scoring inside the red zone. I mean, from 20 to 20 last year, we were as good as anybody. You got to be able to punch it in when you get down there. And I mean, and now you've got he's a junior. Griswold is a junior, but he's not kicked any. So we'll just see what we got here. This is going to be about it's about a 27-yard field goal.
Gets it up, and it goes through.
It's good.
So Griswold hits one from a 21-yard field goal. Did you say 21 yards?
22.
22
No,
yards.
I'm sorry, 27.
27, okay. 27-yard field goal by Griswold to put the Tigers on top 17-0. So Dothan leads this game, and we have 10 minutes left in the first half. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Goff, after the field goal from 27 yards out by Griswold. Kick is up, and it goes to number 35, who gets back to the inside, and he's got some running room on the other side, and tries to cut back to the inside, and he's going to be brought down. Good return that time coming from number 35 for the Wildcats. That's A.J. Warren.
And, I mean, you saw right there, when you're on a kickoff team, you got lanes you're supposed to stay in. When you don't get in lanes, you get bundled up, and it's easy to trap the whole group. That's what happened to Dothan right there. And if Warren would have a little bit more speed, he could have hit that outside. It could have been trouble. But, good job right there. I think it was number 6, Martin, who actually stayed in his lane and made the tackle.
So Enterprise with a good start in field position, the ball at the 37-yard line. They hand the ball off to Curry. He breaks through the middle and takes it out near the 45.
That was a good job right there by their center. I mean, he came right off his block, trapped the linebacker. So they're going to go in a little bit of a hurry up here, a little 2-minute offense, trying to keep Dothan from making any kind of adjustments. But, I don't think that's going to affect,
2nd and 4. Harrison, and he's going to be stopped just across the 45 at about the 46. So to bring up 3rd and a couple.
Well, what Enterprise has to do here is they have to try to keep it 3rd and short. They don't need 3rd and long. They need to try to get productive on 1st down. They haven't been very productive on 1st down in the first half. So that's going to be their key. Dothan's key is to keep doing what they've been doing, putting pressure on them, not allowing them to make to do what they want to do with the football. A little wildcat here.
And
no, he didn't get it. Not even close.
Well, it depends on where they spot it. It's going to be close. I think he may have it.
I think he's going to be a football short.
They'll have to measure.
They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. I mean, it's going to be a half a football short, but they're going to go for it anyway. And I tell you what, if they line up in that little wildcat form, I would send the house. I'd give up a good big play to make a big stop right here.
I think it's going to be enough for 1st.
You could be right. I'm getting old.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, they gave him a sweet spot.
Yeah, he got a really sweet spot. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. The ball at the 48-yard line. This drive started on the 37, so they picked up 11 yards. They needed 10.
You know, one thing that I'd like to see Kelvis do to go ahead and put some licks on that Curry kid is when they get in that Wildcat blitzing, you know, he's not getting many yards, but he's going to carry the ball a lot. Go ahead and blitz him, and what are they talking about?
I think the officials have called him in to talk to him. I don't know if some extracurricular activity has been going on down there or what, but the official called him in and talked to him.
Mm-hmm. Well, trying to get a control of the situation before it gets out of hand.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Here's that little swing. Go get him. Holding.
Gets it out to Curry, and not much there.
Ooh, I don't know how they didn't call holding on McGee. McGee read it right, and the guy that was the punter last time, he basically just grabbed him around the waist, and official looking right at it. I don't know how he didn't call that one.
That was a loss of about a yard, so to bring up 2nd and 11.
They're going to attack Hunter Smith right here, I believe. Oh, no, they shifted him over.
Hooks in the backfield with Harrison.
Yep, they're going right at him.
And it's complete over to number 30. That's Carlos Robinson. And it's enough for another Enterprise first down.
And I believe that's Carlos Jr. His dad, Carlos Sr., actually played at Alabama. I believe in the mid-'80s.
So the ball is inside the 40 at about the 37-yard line. The first time Enterprise has been on the Dothan side of the field.
I mean, like I said, they're going to dink and dunk. Dothan knows they're not going to go much down. Good defense right there. Give up a couple yards.
Hooks on the carry. A gain of about a yard, so it brings up 2nd and 9. The ball at the 35. Harrison looks, and it's complete. And that's
pick
number
up about
4.
Pick up about 4 or 5.
And that was Egerton on the McGee on the hit. That was Smart on the reception. So it brings up 3rd and about 3.
They're trying to get the ball out of Harrelson's hands as quick as possible right now. And you can see where Melton and Martin have walked up to get in the face. Then they back off again. I don't know if we're playing a prevent or what are we doing. I'm not sure.
Harrison keeps it and goes up the middle, and he's got some running room, and he's going to be taken down inside the 15 at about the 14. Another Wildcat first down. So they have been able to move the ball. They started this drive on their own 37 and have moved it inside the 20.
That was nothing more than the linebacker getting caught up in the mess. You know, you hear running backs getting caught up in the mess, losing yards or whatever. Linebacker got caught up in the mess, got blocked down, and that left a huge crease right there for the quarterback.
6:31 left in the first half. Dothan's leading the Enterprise 17-0. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. First and 10, the ball inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Enterprise has done a really good job of mixing it up and moving the ball on this drive. Harrison, they handed off the big number 30. He goes down to about the 5-yard line.
That's Carlos Robinson right there for Enterprise. And, you know, like I said, Mitt, I mean, it's almost like we lost our edge. We lost our aggressiveness. You know, just kind of thinking we kind of got this game wrapped up. And like I said, that's the one thing you can't do when you have a team down is let them think they're still in this football game.
You're right. Harrison hands it off
Good night. Look at the hold right there.
And
if we can show
stop short of the first down.
If we could show a replay like that, big number 60 had the look at the defensive end. He's got a legitimate beef. He had him by the outside, pulling his shirt up, and they didn't call it. And the guy's looking right at it.
3rd and short.
And you can see Kelvin was yelling their heads off at it. It was obvious.
They're going to direct snap to Curry. And we have a flag. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, I mean, usually it's, false start or something if they stop the play.
Prior to the snap, offside, defense.
Wow.
Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Result is a first down.
So it's a first down for the Wildcats. It's 1st and goal inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line.
I mean, we're making it easy on them this drive. I mean, we're not being aggressive. We're not taking any chances. And you know what they say about the old prevent defense? It prevents you from winning most of the time.
Curry keeps it.
Good.
He's hit hard.
Good read by Peterson right there. Peterson didn't hesitate. He came straight off the outside and collapsed. And great read right there by Peterson. That was the aggressiveness you need on every play from everybody. Understand your responsibilities. Play within your responsibilities, but when you're within them, play hard. Play physical, play fast.
So a timeout with 4:52 left in the first half, and Dothan's leading 17-0, but Enterprise is in the red zone. We have an injury timeout, and they're threatening to score here. This drive started on their own 37-yard line, and they've been able to move the ball on the Dothan defense.
And I believe this is their center that's going out of the game. And if that's the case, I mean, you need to watch for bad snaps and everything. When you're running a shotgun, you get a guy straight off that doesn't do a whole lot of snapping here, and they're probably moving a guard, and it looks like that's what they did. They moved the guard down. And then you just kind of watch for that. I mean, they're going to the Wildcat here, so.
Curry goes to the outside, and he's going to be hit hard and stopped with at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Definitely. Franklin, collapsed right there on the end. LeGrand stood his ground, kept him from breaking containment. Franklin came and got him from the back end, held on to him long enough for the linebackers to come in and finish it up.
Harrison back into the game, along with number 4 for the Wildcats.
I mean, go ahead and press him right here. Don't give him a cushion, because if he throws that little quick, hitch route they've been throwing, or a little out route, it's going to be a touchdown. So get in their face, jam them. And I believe that's what Kevin and Kelvis and them want to talk about in this situation.
Dothan wants a timeout with 4:03 left in the first half. They're leading Enterprise 17-0. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Third and goal. The ball inside the 5 at about the 4-yard line. Harrison back in the game for the Wildcats. He rolls out.
And that guy fell down, and he threw it away.
Incomplete.
His receiver fell down. He ran a little zoom route. We used to call that at Alabama, we'd run a zoom route. Basically, you would run, you would release out, then you would spin inside and come back in, and you'd kind of have a pick right there. Basically, that was what he was going to do. He faked it to the left, and he was going to come back and hit the zoom route. And when the guy did the little twist, he fell down. So Enterprise looks like they're going to attempt a field goal right here. So this would be a good defensive stand, especially if they can block this field goal, because this is a big old field goal kicker. That's a big kicker.
Yeah. Number 48 is, let's get his name, John Evans. And I would watch for a fake here. I'm always, I'm one of these people always cautious.
You don't have they're not going to run a fake. They don't have. If Harrelson was holding, I'd probably think it, but he's not.
So Enterprise calls timeout. We'll quickly recap the scoring here.
Pretty much one-sided, right?
Yeah, it has been. Dothan scored first with 7:12 left in the first, and they scored on a 47-yard TD pass from Thomas to Stratton to make the score 7-0. And then they scored again in the first when Thomas took it in from 7 yards out for the touchdown. And in the second, a 27-yard field goal by Griswold to put Dothan up 17-0. So far it's been all Dothan, but Enterprise is right there in the thick of things. So this will be a 21-yard field goal attempt here.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like an extra point. But the thing is, it's over toward the right hash.
Up and
good.
It's good. So Enterprise gets on the scoreboard with a 21-yard field goal with 3:58 left in the first half.
We clear.
So Enterprise scores on a 21-yard field goal by Evans to get on the scoreboard. So it's 17-3. Kirkland gets the ball at the 5-yard line.
Ooh, good
and
tackle.
He's knocked down at the 14.
Well, I mean, you can look at it two ways if you're Enterprise. You've got a little bit of momentum. You got some points on the board. You just had a big stop right there on the kickoff return. You got them inside the 20. Now, if you're Dothan here, you could really demoralize them right before halftime if you go ahead and drive this ball the length of the field, eat up all the time, and score a touchdown.
And that's what you want to do. I believe in staying aggressive and to continue to attack. Don't try to sit on the clock, because a lot of times teams try to sit on the clock and it wind up hurting them.
And
big time.
It's like
Thomas. He keeps it, and he breaks across the middle, and he gets it across the 20 down to about the 24-yard line.
I mean, you know, your quarterback's already got 8 carries in the first half, taking a lot of hits. Ease up on that. I mean, you can't afford to lose your quarterback right here. I mean, we got a good backup quarterback in Williams, but you don't want to get D.D. hurt running the ball when you've got pretty good running backs back there.
2nd and 1. And they give it to Stratton, and he breaks through the first line of defense and takes it across the 30 down to about the 32-yard line.
Like I said, Stratton's definitely, I mean, he's already got one, from a swing pass. He's very fast, very shifty. Then you've got Saffold. You got several guys, got Peterson, who is the primary back when he, and he's healthy. So, you've got options at the running back position. Right now, you've got Thomas and Williams pretty much with any experience at quarterback.
Thomas. And he finds Kirkland across the middle, and Kirkland gets it down to about the 35. That time Enterprise did a really good job of converging on the ball once Kirkland caught it.
They did, and the ball was definitely not designed. Kirkland was nothing more than a check down that they didn't even pick up until he really didn't even release off the line of scrimmage. So
2nd and 8. Thomas rolls. He finds McGee. McGee fakes. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to be close to a first down. We talked about we haven't called his name all night, and that's his first reception of the game.
And like I said, that was all McGee. It was well defended, I guess you can say, by Enterprise. But just the shiftiness of McGee, the speed of McGee right there allowed him to pick up 8 yards on that play.
And McGee is an excellent receiver after the catch.
No doubt.
He picks up big yards after the catch. So it's 3rd and 1.
And if anybody's looking at McGee, I mean, this kid can play He can play safety.
Thomas keeps it. He breaks across the 50. He could go all the way. He's got one man to beat. And
he didn't
take
beat
it down at the 1 and a penalty flag.
Yeah, that's going to be a horse collar right there. But getting back a little bit to McGee before we can, talk about that run by Dede. McGee would be great, for any type. I mean, he would be a great fit to the Troy roster. I don't know if Troy's recruiting him. I know South is recruiting him. This kid can be a return man. He can be a safety. He can be a wide receiver. Like I said, he holds for field goals. He can punt. He gives you options, not necessarily as a first-team guy right off the bat, but he gives you backup opportunities right there as a freshman. Like I said, some people, coaches need to start taking notice of this kid.
So Thomas takes it.
Horse collar tackle on the defense. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. First down.
So that was a pickup of about, that was 58 yards, about 57 yards. By Thomas. They give it to Peterson, and he takes it. And
he got in there.
We'll see. They're
marking him down.
They marked him down just shy of the goal line.
I don't like this little thing right here on the goal line. I mean,
So it brings up 2nd and goal. The ball just shy of the goal line, inside the 1. They give it to Peterson. That time he takes it in for the touchdown. Peterson, a 1-yard touchdown run.
Like I said, that was a bad snap there. It could have easily went back 20 yards. And I like leaving that quarterback under center in that situation. But, hey, Dothan scored a touchdown. We've got 23-3 right now. Looking for Griswold right here.
And that was a 85-yard drive. Actually, an 86-yard drive. They started on their own 14-yard line.
What was that, about a 67-yard run by Dede?
It was about a 58, I think it was.
Yeah, give or take 10.
Extra point up, and it's good.
Did he? No, he squeezed it through that upright.
Yeah, so Dothan goes up 24-3 with just over a minute, 1:10 left in the first half. And that was the counter drive. That's exactly what we said they needed to do.
Right.
Continue to attack and not just try to sit on the lead and run the clock out for the first half.
Right, and there's no doubt right there. That's exactly what Dothan needed to do to keep the pressure on Enterprise. And you can look over there in the sideline. That kind of hit him in the throat a little bit. Again, I think we're going to have to find another running option besides our quarterback. I mean, 10 carries in the first half, probably 120 yards.
Yeah, he's probably got at least 120.
Look at Michael Vick. I mean, Dede's he's a big kid. He's 215 pounds. But, you constantly take a beating on your hips and your legs, and it affects your game. Look at Michael Vick. I mean, he can look like an all-world play, for a game or two, but eventually the hits take their toll.
They do. And so Dothan scores. That drive only took 2 minutes and 48 seconds. So it was a 86-yard drive capped off with a 1-yard run from Peterson. Most of the yards in that drive came from Thomas.
Right, no doubt. Oh, good tackle.
Open field tackle that time coming from number 6. That's Nicholas Martin.
Well, you see right there what I was talking about last time on the kickoff. When you stay in your lanes, he doesn't have anywhere to go. And he looked and he thought he was going to have the same thing on the backside when they were trying to set the wall up. But everybody stayed in their lanes. One man came through. He had nowhere to go. Great job by everybody on the kickoff team right there for Dothan High. You definitely keep them pinned back deep. They've got the ball inside their own 20 right here with 1:06 left. So they're basically just hoping to go to halftime without Dothan, having a turnover here and giving Dothan the ball back.
Harrison.
He's not going to run the ball.
And he keeps it, and he gets to the outside. He's got a little running room, but he's going to be taken down at about the 25. A gain of about 8. So it brings up 2nd and about 2. We're under a minute, 44 seconds left in the first half. If give the ball off to, that was number 26. I believe that's Hooks. McGee in on the tackle for the Tigers. So it's a 1st and 10. The ball at the 33-yard line. Harrison looks.
He's open.
He goes deep.
He
and it's going to be picked off.
Timeout. Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
And that was picked off by number 24, the Tigers. That was Flowers. So the Tigers pick up a turnover here late in the first half. That time he just threw it up for grabs.
Well, the guy was wide open. Harrelson came to him late. And when you come to, you know what you hear it on TV, they're saying, hit him early. You throw it before he's open. And Harrelson waited till he got behind, and he just didn't have the arm to get it out there to him. Dede would have probably, had a little bit better chance of getting that out there to him. Dede's a pretty strong arm quarterback. But Harrelson, threw it up, intercepted, break for Dothan. Enterprise got a break with Flowers stepping out of bounds here, but hey, watch the wheel route here. I mean, we might have something.
They're going to try to get it to McGee.
Nope, and Dede's going to run it again. Dede getting.
Boy, he's still on his feet, and he
takes
takes it down to the 40. So Dothan calls a timeout. So
no, they don't. They're going to clock it. The clock stops on the first down.
Well, we've got an injured player
good
for Enterprise.
Like I said, this is a good practice for the coaching staff because Dothan hasn't historically been very good at managing the clock with their timeouts and everything. So good experience right here in the 2-minute, drill.
That was about a 30-yard gain on that play.
Well, Dede's got to understand right here, you cannot run the ball like that anymore.
Right.
I mean, you figure we had, 30-something seconds left. Now we've got 11 seconds. So a play like that takes too much time. You've got to drop back, get your back foot set, throw the ball. If it's incomplete, clock stops. If it's complete, get down, get out of bounds, or go ahead and try to get what you can get. But you got the one timeout. You want to at least get a field goal opportunity here. If I was them, I would. There's one of two things going to happen. Either they're going to shoot it across the middle of the field, catch it, get down, call timeout, or they're going to take a shot to the end zone.
Yeah.
Probably take 2 shots because it's 11 seconds left. If they take a shot to the end zone, there's no reason to even think they're going to try for the field goal at this point because this would be like a 60-yard field goal. But we'll just see. I can't see the number of the injured player there, but
I can't either.
Looks like it's a knee. His right knee is what they're looking at.
Hopefully he's going to be okay. So we have 11 and a half seconds left, and he gets up. We'll try to get that number 92.
He's also their starting defensive end, so that's definitely a big blow to that's what I meant. He is their starting defensive end to the Enterprise. He's been made several tackles in several plays tonight. So
that was Caleb Butler. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. We're down to 11 and a half seconds. They may have time for one, possibly 2 plays. But they're going to have to be quick.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take the shot down the field unless he's going to run a crossing route with McGee. McGee can set up right there on about the 25-yard line, and he's going to be open.
Thomas goes deep for McGee.
Intercepted.
And it's intercepted.
That wasn't a good decision by Thomas. He tried to force it to McGee. The guy had frontal containment right there, and hey, but no harm, no foul. Dothan, gave it a run. Good first half, and lead the ball game 24-3. We can nitpick out here on, every little thing that Dothan's doing wrong and all that, because I can promise you the coaches aren't happy with the performance. But bottom line is the kids are winning by 21 points, by 3 touchdowns. So all in all, a good first half by Thomas. Good first half by the offensive line. Stratton had a good first half. On defense, Martin had a good first half. Melton, had a good first half. So all in all, the skill players had a very good first half, and Dothan controlled the line of scrimmage.
So we're at halftime, and the score is Dothan 24, Enterprise 3. We'll be back with halftime activities after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Dothan City Schools Superintendent, Mr. Tim Wilder, and Principal, Mr. Matt Humphrey, we proudly present the Dothan High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of Drum Major Daniel Taylor, Color Guard Captain Vanessa March, Co-Captains Chrysalyn Hammond and Renee Reese. Directors are Marcy Sosersky, Bobby Lee, and Adrian Broughton. Tonight we present American classics, including We're an American Band, American Woman, Aquarius, and God Bless the USA. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the greatest band in Tigerland. the greatest band in Tigerland.
Hello and welcome back to Riverview Stadium. We're at Knowledge Field tonight where the Dothan Tigers are hosting the Enterprise Wildcats. Hi, I'm Mick Kirkland along with Keith Martin. And Dothan's leading this game 30-3, but Enterprise is just outside the red zone and they have a 1st and 10. And it's complete to number... Can't get that number. Did you get that number there? 84.
Yeah, that's the punter, too. What's his name?
Quisenberry.
Yeah.
Clark Quisenberry on the reception. So it brings up a 2nd and 4. They get the ball to Hooks, and he drives forward to about the 11. And it's enough for an Enterprise 1st down. So Enterprise in the hurry-up offense. They give it to Hooks again. He's got some running room, and he takes it inside the 5, down to about the 3. And it should be enough for a 1st down. No, it's a 2nd. He came up a yard short. So it's 2nd and 1. Dothan's trying to get some personnel on the field.
Oh, goodness gracious. Touchdown.
And Hooks takes it in from 2 yards out.
Tell you one thing Dothan needs to do is call more timeouts. We go home with way too many.
Yeah, we have 3 on the thing. You
No, I mean,
could
just
get
go
the
ahead,
personnel in, call a timeout.
You got a chance to work goal line right there. Go ahead and call timeout and get set up. Don't.
So
Can't take 'em
Enterprise
with you.
scores that 1st touchdown on a 2-yard run by Hooks with 10:53 left in the 4th. A little slow getting the right personnel into the game. Evans for the extra point. Up
And good.
and good. So with 10:53 left in the 4th, the score is Dothan 30, Enterprise 10. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So Enterprise puts together an 80-yard drive for the touchdown.
And again, we got the big kicker kicking off. He kicked it pretty deep last time, just a little 3-step pooch kick going right over to, well, oh, if he breaks this, he could be gone.
Melton still on his feet. And he trips at about the 40.
I told you. If he got through that little wave, that little pooch kick don't work when you don't defend it well. You got to cage him in, and he didn't kick it far enough or high enough.
A good return that time by Melton, and he returns it to the Enterprise 36-yard line.
All right. All right. Now I would like to see come out in a pro set, run the football, and just eat the clock right here. You got 10 minutes 44. You don't have to score anymore.
Just got a score
But
in.
don't-
Opelika is leading 34-7 over Northview. Just got that from Jimbo.
Oh, what's he doing up there?
He's in the airport. He said he was in the airport in Atlanta. And that time,
It's your quarterback running the ball again, up 30-3.
so that was a gain of about 4. So it brings up 2nd and 6.
Now DD's
For the
under,
Tigers.
Now DD's under center, and they're going to hand it off. Smart play. Stay in bounds. Good
Stratton
job.
did a good job.
Face mask. They ain't see it on the
Yeah,
list.
Stratton did a good job of making something out of nothing.
Well,
that
he's done
time.
that all night, but he's only got the ball handed to him like 3 or 4 times. I mean, he's made plays all night, the passing game, the running game, and everything, but we've put it in Didi's hands, and Didi's done a great job. But, you know, the clock's winding down with 9 minutes left. You're up by 20 points. Don't get your quarterback hurt. Put it in the running back's hand. Now you got Peterson back there. You know, Peterson's carried it, you know, on the goal line, but, you know, he hasn't carried it much. Now we're in the pro set. So this is what we need to be, run it downhill on them and play action, and it's open. Look at that. Bad throw. But now do you see what I was saying about the play action, how it opens up? When you get in a little bit of rhythm, you had the guy deep, the safety, and the cornerback ran. Nobody was in the flats. You had a linebacker 101 with your running back, Corbett, who is a good athlete. If he hits him, it's probably going to be down there to the 10 if he don't score.
Yeah, that pass was intended for Corbett, so it brings up 4th and about 2, and Dothan's going for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it was wide open. I mean, the play action, every time Dothan's ran it, which has probably been 4 times this year, it's been wide open. That was just not a good throw by Thomas.
Thomas. And Stratton in the backfield. They give it to Stratton, and he goes.
He's got it.
He's
got it.
Yeah, it should be enough for a first down.
Yeah,
it's going to be
he's got
closed. Depending on the spot, boy.
Yeah, he got
They
it.
didn't get him a very good spot, but
First down.
yeah, it's a first because the ball is on the inside of the 31-yard line, and the down marker looks like it's on the 31.
Yeah. I mean, we got it here.
But they're going to measure anyway. So a great effort that time by Stratton, and I'll tell you what, when they've given him the ball, he's made something out of it.
Yeah, I mean, he's ran hard. I mean, there's no sense or no need for us to put as much pressure on Didi. We run the ball. We've got a big offensive line. I promise you, we can probably kill 6 minutes of this clock from right here. The way we run.
Yeah, we're down to 9:09. First down for the Tigers.
Good call there, Mitt. Like I said, I guess call me old-fashioned, but you know I just love seeing the tight end with his hand in the dirt, fullback with his hand in the dirt, and a tailback back there ready to run it right behind him, and you just pound somebody because you know we could have just beat Enterprise into submission with the athletics, the play action. You know, this is football right here. Dothan does this well.
Dothan in the eye. They hand it
Look
to
at
Peterson.
Look at that.
And right into the hands of a wide open receiver. That's number
88, LeGrand.
And he drops the ball.
It's wide open.
He was open. That was a good call that time.
That's what I said. It's open for Dothan anytime they want to run because we run the ball so well. And catch the ball.
Yeah, you got to catch those. You don't get too many of those opportunities.
No,
I know he's wishing he had that one back.
Man, it wasn't nothing but green grass and touchdowns between him and, gosh almighty. McGee did a great job running off the corner. Now you got man-to-man on McGee out there running.
Kirkland takes it, and he moves it inside the 25 down to about the 23. So a gain of a couple, so it's 3rd and 8. 8 minutes and 27 seconds left in the 4th. Dothan on top 30-10. Thomas and
we isolating
Corbett
over here. We're isolating over here. We got McGee. Nobody's covering McGee. Oh, shoot. We should have. Still nobody's on McGee.
And we have a flag.
Oh, my goodness.
5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So a delay of game, so instead of being 3rd and 9, it's going to be 3rd and about 14.
How many penalties we got tonight? 12?
Well, you had counted 10 a
10
little while
earlier.
ago.
Did we, then 2 since then?
I think so.
So that's 12 penalties.
Absolutely too many.
Yeah, you five's too many.
Yeah, third and 14 for the Tigers. The ball back out to the 30-yard line. Thomas, and he breaks, and he takes it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it's enough for another Dothan first down.
And now watch us go to that goal line thing that they've been doing. That's
so Thomas picks up about 20. The ball was at the 30, and he moved it down to the 4-yard line.
no,
About a 26-yard gain.
we're going to the pro set, it looks like, because Didi didn't come out of the game. Much better. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried that play action again. They've been wide open every time.
Corbett and Peterson, they give it to
No,
Peterson.
he goes,
He
ooh.
runs over the defender and to the end zone for the touchdown.
Good call. We got a pro game. That's what we need to do. Don't get tricky. You ain't got to get tricky down there. You just got to man up.
Peterson takes it in from 4 yards out. On a big power play, he ran right over number 22 for Enterprise. That was Bullard. Well, we have two, Quails and Bullard. So take your pick.
I'm going to pick the one in the middle.
And it's a bad snap. And McGee picks it up and keeps it alive. And he's still going.
Throw it. Throw it. Ain't nobody to throw it to.
Boy. So Dothan has missed 2 extra points, 1 blocked and a bad snap on that one. So 2 miscues. That in a close game, that could be very costly.
Well, I mean, you look at the 12 penalties. I mean, you know, you're definitely we can be knick-knacky here. I mean, and I know some of the people listening, but like, well, you know, they're winning 36-10. Come on, give them a break. Well, it's getting to playoff time, and you can't afford, you know, against, you know, Wetumpka, even in Northview next week, you can't afford to have this many penalties and make this many mistakes. And I promise you, if you ask Coach White after the game, you know, what he thought of the play, he's going to be like sloppy. We won. We beat a team that we should beat, and we played sloppy, and we've got to clean it up. And I promise you, they'll work all week diligently in cleaning that up.
So Dothan on top, 36-10, 7.5 minutes left in the fourth.
I know you get to watching these Alabama games, and the fans are sitting here like, you know, dissecting every little thing that the players do, and then Alabama wins 38-11 or 38-10, and they're talking about how bad they played. But it's the same thing here with these kids. They're physically better than Enterprise, but they didn't get any better tonight, and that's what they needed to do. And yes, they're winning the game. Winning the game is great, but you're building. Every game you try to build, you try to learn something. So hopefully what they're going to learn from this game is, you know, we can't make mistakes and shoot ourselves in the foot in the future.
So Dothan scores with 7:33 left in the fourth. And he fumbles the kickoff return, and he gets away. A lot of times those are the things that just enough of a delay and hesitation, and it throws the special teams off. And
well,
a good return.
Right, he got out of his lane, broke a tackle, and got down the sideline. And but again, Dothan's speed caught up with him. He wasn't able to break it.
So Enterprise will be starting on their own 38-yard line. 1st and 10. 7:23 left in the fourth. Dothan on top, 36-10.
I've just noticed our band has on overalls.
And they hand the ball off to Hooks, and he's going to be hit at the gain of about 3.
That was number 3 sticking his nose right in there, Julian Thomas. He's in at linebacker. It looks like, I believe he's spelling Peterson. Peterson, you know, came out of the game. So starting to work some younger kids in. You got number 1, Jeremy Lockett, over here at the cornerback position.
They give it to Hooks. No, they fake it to Hooks.
Oh, what a catch by Robinson.
For a big gain down into Dothan territory, down to about the 36-yard line.
I would say he looked like his dad like that, but I don't remember his dad having those kind of hands.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats of Enterprise. Harrelson gives it to Hooks, and he's got some running room and some power. He takes it down to the 25, and it should be enough for another Enterprise first down. This drive started on the Wildcat 38-yard line. They've used Hooks a lot more than they have Curry.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, hit him in the head. And
almost intercepted.
Lockett almost got him one.
And there's a flag out of the backfield, and I think it's probably going to be against, I don't know if it's an unsportsmanlike or what.
I don't know. At this point, I'm guessing it's going against a black team.
Looks like Enterprise is
backing up.
No, it's against Dothan. Unsportsmanlike, and that's something you can't afford. You're deep, the team deep in your territory. And we used to call them bonehead plays.
Well, I mean, Dothan. If Dothan was, and like I said, I don't.
Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Results in a first down.
I'm not taking away anything from Enterprise right here, but if Dothan was playing a good football team, they would have got their butts beat tonight. And
so
it's just sloppy play, lack of discipline. And I promise you, Coach White, Kevin Jackson, and Coach Jackson and several of the other ones will. Good move. No speed.
But it didn't work.
No.
They tried. It was a good effort.
Right, but I promise you that they're going to look at this film and they're going to see the same things that we're seeing up here, and they're not going to be pleased.
Yeah, loss of about 4 on the play, so it brings up 2nd and 14. The ball is just shy of the 15. Quarterback is stopped. Harrison keeps it, and no gain on the play. Looks like he lost a couple of yards. Well, they're going to spot it at the 17. So 3rd and about 15.
Right. He's throwing it.
Harrison goes to
what a catch.
And it's complete inside.
I don't know if he got it. I don't know if he got it, but what a catch. I tell you what, Harrelson should have held on that ball a little bit longer and let him get his depth. Oh, I thought that was 4th down. That was 3rd down.
So it's 4th and 1.
Go get him. Don't hold back. Go get him.
They give it to the big man, Hooks, and he picks up the first down.
I tell you what, that was a big-time catch right there by whatever that punter's name is. The one that does the punting, you remember?
Was it Quisenberry?
Quisenberry.
Was it 84?
Yeah, Quisenberry made a great catch right there. Ball hit him in his hip pocket, and as soon as he turned around, ball hit him.
He's a good basketball player, too. 1st and goal. And Hooks takes it in from about 3 yards out for the touchdown.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, you can look at the disgust right now on Coach White's face. They're playing heartless football right now. We got the game won. We're not getting any better. And that drives a coach crazier than anything. Knowing you got a chance to get better, try a few different things. All it takes is a little bit of effort. And all it takes is 1, 2, 3 guys that doesn't give 100% effort, and it ends up with a quick scoring.
Enterprise is going for 2.
I don't make it a 2-score game. He didn't get
and he falls short. So Dothan stops the 2-point conversion attempt by Enterprise, and they're leading 36-16 with 4:52 left in the 4th.
Well, I mean, Basically, we just need to go ahead and get in power formation, get one first down, and then get in the victory formation. You know, they got 3 timeouts, but Enterprise, they're not. They might try an onside kick here, but if they don't get it here, they'll concede defeat.
And that was a 62-yard drive.
Is that our girls basketball team or what? I mean, a bunch of girls coming up. Gonna recognize them because they're coming all looking alike in sweatsuits, but I can't.
I'm wondering if that's the championship softball team. I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't recognize them, but we'll try to find out.
Yeah, you know, give them a little airtime. They must have had a game or practice or something, but they all come looking alike. So
I think that may be the girls basketball team.
they got a lot of basketball players.
Okay, so
They're lining up for the onside kick.
yeah, they're definitely going to go for that onside.
I think you got to have 3 guys on this side of the football. I know you do in college. I'm not sure the whole high school thing, but I know in college you got to have 3 on this side of the ball.
They have Peterson up on the front line. They got the. It didn't go 10 yards.
No, it didn't go 10 yards.
So
Dothan high ball. Let's go ahead and just turn around, give it to number 10, and take this win and be thankful we got it and correct the mistakes and get ready for the Northview, I can't talk, Northview Cougars next Friday night.
Dothan will be starting on the Enterprise 48-yard line after they try for an unsuccessful onside kick. So we're down to 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth. Dothan leading 36-16.
We can we got number 21, Saffold, coming in. Saffold's a sophomore, 5'11", 195, and he looks like he's a little bit of a load too. So you losing your starting 2 running backs, Stafford and Peterson next year, and this could be what we're going to see.
Williams in as quarterback for the Tigers. And the ball is handed off, and not much there. That was number 21, Jeremy Saffold.
This is pretty much the young ones playing. A lot of these kids are going to have to step up next year, like Saffold. You know, you're looking at the receiver there. You know, number 4, Eggleton's going to have a lot of bigger. You have 24, who's the fullback when they go in that, but that's Corbett. Corbett's a junior. He'll be back. You got Williams, who's a sophomore. Dede, of course, will be back. You got Griswold, number 9, in the game. You got Big Daniel Hill coming in, who normally just plays on defense. Like I said, some of these younger guys are getting some work. Let's see what they can do. Oh, good hole. Good job.
Run that time by number 21, Jeremy Saffold. He picks up a first down. That was a gain of about 13.
And like I said, this is the type of ball that Dothan's capable of doing. They're able to run the football. Like I said, you know, Saffold, you know, he's a 200-pound back. He's not a little back either. And he hits the hole pretty well. Corbett does a good job of sealing the block right there, and he comes right off the hip pocket of big number 71. Let me look his name up right here, get him on the air. Aaron Thomas. Aaron plays quite a bit. Ooh.
They give it to Saffold again, and he picks up more yards. He moves it out inside the 30 down to about the 27. A gain of about 5. So it brings up 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. Critton into the game for the Tigers.
5'7" junior. He looks tiny, don't he?
Yeah.
I mean, I just noticed that. He just looks tiny compared to the rest of them. Throw it up to him. Let the little man go get it. Oh.
Motion.
False start.
Yep. So that would nullify.
Take a snap.
Number 14.
False start.
Other night.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
So that nullifies the 5-yard gain. So we bring up 2nd and 10. The clock is still running.
That's a good thing.
I thought it would have stopped.
Who cares? Good seal. Oh, he missed his hole. I mean, if Sappho would have hit the crease right there, right when Corbett sealed it, if he had hit the crease right there on that little stretch, he'd have been dancing 6 right there too.
Sappho picks up the 5 they lost, so it brings up 3rd and 5 for the Tigers of Dothan. They're leading 36-16 over the Enterprise Wildcats, and Enterprise had beaten Dothan 11 times straight.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Did not know that.
And they give it a Sapfold again. Not much there.
I want to see Williams do a play action. You know, this kid worked with my son at a quarterback academy a lot. DD worked there a lot. And this kid right here, he's no slouch. I mean, I can tell you, I talked with his dad quite a bit. And, he's a sophomore. I mean, he's a year behind DD. DD's a junior. But this kid's we're pretty good in the quarterback department. I know last year we wasn't. When DD went out, we had no backup quarterback. We had to put McGee back there. And no disrespect to McGee, but that's just not his position.
Right.
And, like I said, this kid came up from Honeysuckle, I believe, and has a lot of ability.
So it's 4th and about 4 for the Tigers. We're down to 1 minute 47 seconds left in the 4th. The Tigers of Dothan are leading the Wildcats of Enterprise 36-16. And Dothan's trying to come up with a 4th down play here to keep this drive alive and maybe put some more points on the board.
I think our band took off their overalls. Now they got their uniforms on. The school uniforms that they wear to school, the shorts, and they took off their.
4th and 4.
Do a little quick pitch. Oh, he's gonna throw it. Let him throw it. Oh,
And it's right in the hands
I
of
tell you
Corbett.
what, Corbett and LeGrand, they need to go to catching the ball 101, because right now they're in remedial. Gosh almighty, that ball hit him right in the hands.
Two wide open receivers dropping the ball.
I mean, that was a great, like I said, I was bragging on Williams. He didn't let me down.
Right.
I mean, he put the ball right there between the 2 and the 4.
And they turned it over on downs, but it was a good call, too. It was the right call.
Oh, yeah, great job. Let the kid throw it. Let's see what he's got. And, I mean, like I said, he's definitely capable. And like I said, just this little bit of experience here could go a long way if he has to step in one of the next couple of games.
So it's a 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. The ball at the 25. And it's incomplete.
I guess it's contagious.
Yeah, I guess so.
I just wish they would run the clock out, because you can't win the games. I mean, I understand they're working on things too, but they're just dinking and dunking like they've been doing all night. Just run the clock out.
So it brings up 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. And it's completed over to number 35. That's A.J. Warren.
But not a first down, so the clock's going to continue to run. And send the house. Blitz him. Go get him.
So it brings up 3rd and short.
Go get him.
They get the first down. They can stop the clock. They give it to the big man, and he cuts it outside, and he's got some running room. That's number 26, Jalen Hooks. And it's enough for an Enterprise. I can't get out Enterprise first down.
So I couldn't say Northview earlier. Well, Jimbo's not here to talk about the Waffle House, but I believe that's the next stop for the Enterprise.
I just got a text from him.
Wildcats.
He's in the Atlanta airport. I think he's probably at the Waffle House in Atlanta. In the airport.
Good.
Do they have one in the airport?
If they do, I promise you, he got a double stack right now. That was a good catch by Quisenberry. That's 2 that he's made tonight. Tell you what, when he paid the price going across the middle, when you leave your feet, now you better, your feet on your ground is your friend when you're working across the middle.
1st and 10, the ball at the 41-yard line of Dothan. Harrison drops back. He's been flushed out of the pocket, and he goes deep. He tries to hit Quisenberry crossing, and it's incomplete. So we bring up a 3rd and 10. We're down to 50 seconds left in the 4th. Dothan has led the entire game. It took a 17-0 lead before Enterprise scored on a field goal, a 21-yard field goal. Harrison throws the screen and gets it to Hooks, and who stays on his feet, and he's going to take it down inside the 10 down to about the 7-yard line with 38 seconds left.
He stepped out on about the 12. If y'all want to show the replay, Brian, when you edit this, I think he stepped out on about the 12.
Hooks has been the go-to guy tonight. Curry is usually their main man, but Hooks has been the guy tonight.
And like I said, I can see right now Coach White is not happy at all.
Dothan wants a timeout, so with 38 seconds left in the 4th, the score is Dothan 36, Enterprise 16. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. 1st and goal for Enterprise. The ball inside the 10 at about the 5-yard line. You know, this is 4-down territory. They're trying to get some more points on the board.
4 down or 38 seconds worth.
Yep.
They're going to throw it probably just to.
Harrelson. He's hit, and it's incomplete.
Good play.
Melton did a good job of breaking that one up. It looked like it was going to be complete, but he knocks it loose.
Number 3, either Nick 40 or Nicholas 40. One of them dropped it. I'm going to take a gander and say they're both sophomores, so I have no clue.
Okay. We'll go with that.
They must be cousins. Either that or twins.
So it brings up 2nd and goal. The ball at the 5. Harrison being chased. And he's going to be dropped for a loss.
Hit. Ooh, don't call it.
Big. That was number 24 for Dothan. Corbett did an excellent job.
Well, who flushed him out? Who flushed him out, though? 58. 58. Let's give him a. He don't get his name called much. 58 is Gage Sanders, senior linebacker. Did a good job of containing and corralling and chasing Harrelson. So that takes him out of field goal range. 20 seconds left, Coach. 3rd down. Throw it to the end zone. Throw an interception.
That was about a loss of 25 yards.
Yeah, that's something the quarterback never does. You try to break containment, but you never go back the other way. They teach you that just unless you're Michael Vick, and you're not going to be caught from behind. He's not. So
we're down to 20 seconds.
is it just me, or is this last minute been taking forever?
It's taken a while. So the ball is at the 29-yard line, and they were right at the 5-yard line. So that was a loss of about 24. So they've got to try to go to the end zone. And that, it's 3rd down. So
and goal to go from the 29-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and goal.
Safe to say this is 2-down territory?
I would say so.
For y'all at home, Mitt's having a hard time tonight keeping stuff on the table.
Harrelson And he's going to be stopped short, and he's going to be stopped at the 17. And Enterprise will call.
Did they really call the timeout?
Timeout, yeah. It's 4th down, so it's 4th and goal. The ball at the 18. And we have 8.3 seconds left in the 4th, and the Dothan Tigers are leading 36-16. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Fourth and goal. The ball at the 18-yard line. This is probably going to be the final play of the game. It will be. Harrison with Quisenberry in the backfield with it. They may try a double pass. And it's almost intercepted, and so they will turn the ball over on downs. So
now,
Dothan will get the ball with
2 seconds left.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Watch it. We're going to get in the victory formation, take a knee, and finally put an end to this game.
And we talked earlier about Enterprise had defeated the Dothan Tigers 11 times in a row. So this was a big victory for the Tigers because they've had a long drought against these Enterprise Wildcats.
Who has Enterprise beat this year? They've won 2 games. I'm just trying to figure out who they've won. Enterprise.
They beat Northview and Lanier. The first 2
They beat
games.
Northview 17-0.
Right.
Wow.
So Dothan will take a knee, and that will end the game. Dothan wins 36-16. So what are your thoughts, Keith, on this game?
I think we got a lot of work to do, a lot of cleaning up to do before we get to the arch rival next week, Northview. It's been building up all year. You know, Northview's done a little talking to Dothan kids, and, you know, anytime you got to heat a rivals like Alabama and Auburn, it's going to be a heck of a game. They're going to give everything they've got, but we can't have 14 penalties. We can't have that many miscues from a defensive standpoint, from an offensive standpoint. We've got to clean it up, tighten it up. You know, that I promise you that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty there toward the end of the game will not go unnoticed by Coach White and the coaching staff, and they will definitely be working on that next week. And, you know, whoever the perpetrator was there will definitely learn his lesson. As Coach White says, he's going to tell him how much he loves him and build from here on out. So that's pretty much it, Mitt. You want to do the rundown?
Okay, let me recap the score. Dothan scored first with 7:12 left in the first on a 47-yard TD pass from Thomas to Stratton to make it 7-0. Dothan scored again with 3:10 left in the first on a Thomas a 7-yard TD run to make it 14-0. Dothan scored again on a 27-yard field goal by Griswold to make it 17-0. Enterprise scored with 3:55 left in the second to on a field goal, a 21-yard field goal by Evans to make it 17-3. Dothan scored again with 1:10 left in the half when Peterson takes it in from 1 yard out to cap off a 86-yard drive to make it 24-3. Dothan scored again with 3:08 left in the third on a 15-yard TD pass from Thomas to Stratton to make it 30-3. Enterprise came back and scored on a 2-yard run by Hooks with 10:53 left in the fourth. Dothan comes back and scores when Peterson takes it in from 4 yards out with 7:33 left in the fourth to make it a 36-10 game. Dothan missed the extra point. Enterprise came back and scored with 4:52 on a 3-yard TD run by Hooks and to make it 36-16, and that's our final score. So Dothan comes out victorious tonight, and they are pretty much in the playoffs, Keith.
They're in the playoffs. They had to win 1 out of the next 3. And it looks like they're in a showdown. Going to be with Daphne, unless Daphne, chokes a little bit. But
Maybe they'll choke.
Yeah. Ooh, that's going to be a rough first-round matchup. And even more reason why Dothan's got to tighten up some things, because those kids right now, I think they've got like 12 guys already, had scholarship offers for football. And it's definitely going to test. But next week we got the Northview Cougars, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so that's going to wrap it up from Knowledge at Field. We're at Refuge Stadium where the Dothan Tigers defeat the Enterprise Wildcats 36-16. I'm Mick Kirkland on behalf of Keith Martin, our cameraman tonight, Brian Holloway, saying good night from Refuge Stadium. You have been watching the Scenic Sports Network.
You've been watching High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Productions. Join us again next time.